Honorable Shri Derek O'Brien-ji, 10 minutes.
Sir, every member of my party has taken one word from the preamble as a theme and spoken on it, on the Constitution. The Constitution is more than a book in a library. It is a living, breathing document on the streets of India. We've heard lots from 1940, 50, 60, 70, lots in the 40s and 50s, and good. History is always useful. But I wish to take you on the streets of this living, breathing document. And let me start with 1984. A young lawyer, a part-time milk booth attendant, a political activist in 1984, suddenly went to the United Nations within 1 year, 84-85. Why? Because this Constitution gave that person the chance to be elected to the Lok Sabha. It was Rajiv Gandhi who gave her a ticket. Doesn't matter bank account, doesn't matter social status, but she got the ticket, and after that went and represented India at the United Nations. There are many light-hearted stories about how she took her murmura around because she still lives in that one-room home in Calcutta. That was 1984, and the Constitution made that happen for her. In 1997, again, the Constitution not in a library but on the streets. The Congress party, she felt, were too close to the CPIM. So they had a Bengal seminar, big seminar in Bengal of the Congress party. They had it inside a stadium. This lady had her own conference outside the stadium. 5,000 people came inside the stadium. 50,000 people came outside the stadium. This is the Constitution on the streets. There are about 40, 50 examples. I'll just give you one more. And that is fighting for farmers. All options had run out. So she went on a 26-day hunger strike. This is a woman who has sent people like me to Parliament. Next time you people here talk about women, listen to what this woman has to tell you. 1, Women's Reservation Bill. You brought it. When will women come into Parliament? 2034. My party, All India Trinamool Congress, out of our 43, 44 MPs, 38% already in Parliament. This is the kind of debates we should be having. Otherwise, screaming, shouting. Women in Parliament, what have you done? Last Lok Sabha was 14.5%. This Lok Sabha, you brought it down to 13.5%. Don't talk to us about women. I'm glad you took a good idea from a state like our health card, Swasthya Shati, and 2 years later you turned into Ayushman Bharat. Good. But the health card in Bengal is in the name of the woman of the house. And Lakshmi Bhandar, 1,200, 1,500 rupees to women. I welcome that the idea started by Mamata Banerjee in Bengal many years ago is now being copied by multiple states. Very good. But see your arrogance. On a day where we are debating the Constitution of India, your hubris makes you bring a bill on the Constitution there at 12 noon. Bring it, we will fight you, we will defeat you. Yes. On the one nation. And you're bringing this bill. For heaven's sake, you cannot conduct one election in one state. You need 7 phases. I'll give you examples. You can't conduct one election in one constituency. You need 2 different days. Sir, it's been a 30-hour debate. 1,46,000 words in the Constitution. I want to talk about 3 important words which are not in the Constitution. Very important. And let's reflect. Federalism. Your view, you say cooperative federalism. Nonsense. Your view is PF, not Provident Fund, political federalism. We don't like you, we can't defeat you, so what we'll do, we'll block Manrega funds, we'll block Awas Yojana funds. Doesn't matter, we brought our own funds to pay in Bengal. You will do this. Because double engine as a concept is unconstitutional. I want the treasury benches. We spend so much time on words, words, words. I want to pause for 10 seconds and give my 10 seconds for everyone there, through you, sir, to introspect. Think about it. Federalism. Second word not mentioned in the Constitution, media. And we have all the respects for journalists, all of them. Not mentioned in the Constitution. I want to use this platform of Parliament to ask the 10 biggest media owners, you're watching this, I hope, the 10 biggest media owners. Don't give me examples of 1975 in the emergency, no. The 10 big media owners, you're billionaires. The next 7 seconds is for you, in silence. Reflect. Introspect. And the third word not mentioned in the Constitution, which is very important but not mentioned. The opposition, not mentioned in the Constitution. It's a very basic rule. The opposition must have its say. We don't have the numbers here. The government will have its way. It's as simple as that. So allow us to have our say. I'm happy that the Honorable Home Minister is here, because sometimes the opposition is not in Parliament. Let me give you 2 examples. One, unanimous resolution passed in the Bengal Assembly to fast-track a bill for the safety of women who are raped, the Aparajita bill. And the second example is to change the name of the state to Bangla. Where are these bills? Governor's office, deep freeze. After that, it comes to High Constitutional Office. I have no problem with the High Constitutional Office, not at all, because the High Constitutional Office will only act on the advice of Mr. Modi, Mr. Shah, the Home Minister, Cabinet. I want the High Constitutional Office or those advising on these issues of the opposition to reflect. Sir, reflection is difficult. Reflection has to be in silence. So don't hassle me when I'm speaking. Farm bills. What happened on the... I've got 30 examples of Parliament. I'll take one. 146 MPs were thrown out for another bill, criminal bills. There's an enabling act of the Nazis that brought that in 1933. Read that, because that also gives you similarities. But come to the farm bills. What happened on the farm bills? The opposition objected. Why? Because we wanted voting on the bills. When the opposition objected, what happened? Everyone got suspended. The videos went out. Oh, opposition was dancing or moving around on the tables. My question is, when you brought repeal the farm bills, quietly sat down and you repealed the farm bills, why didn't you allow the opposition to debate that subject when you repealed those bills? Allow us. Sir, in all this, some of this explanation will not be understood, because there are parties like mine, led by Mamata Banerjee and the people of Bengal. You try and get us in Bengal, every time out of 10 seats, you lose 3, we win 8. So that's you're stuck with that. Sir, we will not allow this Parliament to ever become an RSS Shakha. Never. We'll fight for it, sir. Sir, but I want to end on a celebratory note, on a happy note, because I've stayed only with the Constitution. And as I started, the Constitution is more than a book in the library. It is a living, breathing document on the streets. And I know these streets of Calcutta, of every district in Bengal. Sir, I'll end with a story. It's a reality. There's a Jewish bakery in Calcutta where a week away from Christmas, there must be about 4,000 or 5,000 Jews in India. The Jewish bakery makes delicious Christmas cake. All the 300 bakers in that Jewish bakery all belong to one community. They're all Muslim, each one of them. And starting with about a week before Christmas, there are long lines outside the bakery. And if you go and ask people those lines, they'll tell you, Bhaskar, Rima, Orun, doesn't matter, they're all Indians, but they're in that line in that Jewish bakery. 80% Hindustans. I finished, sir, 1 minute. And what are they celebrating? A Christian festival. Sir, I want to conclude by saying, come to Bengal, come at the end of March. Now you can come and celebrate Christmas. Come at the end of March to line up on Red Road and watch the Eid prayers, or mark the date, on the 30th of April, come to Digha to see the beautiful new Jagannath temple. Thank you, sir. Yeah!